3, 2, 1. Keep going. You're listening to episode 38 of the JP Pod. I'm JP.
I'm feeling Leona.
How you doing today? I'm having a little bit of a ED problem with my microphone here.
Oh.
It keeps falling down.
Oh, funya.
Yeah, got funya. But anyway, so finally got that taken care of. How's everything been going?
It's
Since
been
the last podcast.
It's been busy.
So what do we have going on right now?
Well, Swap Shop on Netflix has dropped. Season 2 has dropped on February the 16th.
I believe so.
So it's been about a couple weeks now. Getting much more bigger reactions than the season 1.
Yeah, and just to preface it, we have no idea how many watched season 1. We don't get that kind of information.
Nobody tells us.
But I can say just we kept records. Leona did mainly. And this seems to be at least 5 times more interaction.
Yes, I mean on everywhere, not just talking about, Instagram or something,
Right.
but even on my webpage, my YouTube channels, quite a bit of people are looking through.
Somebody's watching.
Looking through everything. And I mean, I am really fortunate and very, very thanking everybody who has purchased my music or my merchandise or my vintage stuff. Thank you.
Yes,
very much. I love you so much.
I like going to the post office. It kind of keeps me connected to my government. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and then like a post office is kind of interesting because last time when we shipped something from not the local
Some post office we don't normally go
to, and then that mail clerk kind of realized the name Fiddlin' Leona. And last time when we sent something, that was not the mail person, but the lady who came to get her mail or send
there was someone
her mail.
standing in line. Yeah.
Yes, recognized who we were.
Yeah, so
and they've been watching Swap Shop.
It's still interesting because we still don't get out much. If we do, it's usually a grocery store.
Yes.
Or just some sort of essential shopping. But so we just never know how to gauge it or whatever. And just the other day we were down in Knoxville at a friend's house, and Leona and his wife and kid went out on a walk around the neighborhood while we were talking man things out on the back porch. I think we were actually talking about education curriculum or something as far as college.
Okay.
And we were having a real boring conversation.
Yes.
But
Sounds like it.
they were walking around, and I noticed later on someone commented through social media on a picture we put up later or whatever. I guess apparently that you ran into some little boy that knew who Leona was from the TV show and went in the house and that woman from TV's walking down the street or something like that. So like I say, it's just I just don't think that anybody's paying attention. That's kind of my thing.
Yes. And then, I mean, kind of locally, if we go to grocery store, so somebody kind of usually know us, and then Leona and JP.
Right, yeah, it's kind of hard to gauge because we always run into people we know or whatever.
Yes. So we're pretty much professional pretending like we know everybody, too.
There are quite a few people that come up to me, and I'm like you are doing good. Like, you, and I can't remember. Name is my worst thing. My dad was a politician, and he was so good with remembering people's names. I can remember your face. I can oftentimes remember where you're from, what you did, the story you told me, but sometimes I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're that guy whose dad used to cook on a train.
And then,
that kind of situation.
And I'm just not good at names. I mean, I'm just not used to American names. So
Okay, well, I understand that because in Japan, if someone tells me their name really quick, and I can't really understand it, I get into this thing where I just move my mouth like.
Yes.
And
I feel like there's so many Johns and Jeff. And maybe like David. There's so many of them, so I just cannot remember who's who.
Who's who.
Yeah.
But
yes, for the reactions, you know, for, people who watch this season 2 are quite a bit of a female.
It's really 10-1 compared to last time. I don't know. You know, Netflix has an algorithm where they can suggest stuff to people, and I don't know if that's what is happening.
I'm not really sure for that, but I believe this time we had quite a bit of a glassware.
Right.
Something that female be able to relate to. So I think that is one of the cause.
Right.
But
But you know, also too, the rest, you know, it's still like spittoons and 80s pickup trucks and stuff like that. So, or I don't get into that well, hold on, is that in this? That's just in another random episode, isn't it?
No, it's on this season 2.
This episode that we're talking about today?
I have no idea on that.
Well, I'll get into the spittoons whenever we get into that category. I used to be a collector of spittoons.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I had all kinds. Well, not all kinds, but a few. But anyway, so we got season 2. The reactions, like I say, a lot of female. And like I say, I don't know if it's the content or whatever Netflix is doing with the computer, trying to suggest people to watch. I don't. And what else would you say? A lot of Asia.
Yes, I mean international viewers are. I mean, even from season 1, we were getting quite a bit of international people talking to us.
Yeah, season 1 was almost 50-50 international and U.S.
And I have to say this one is also because I get quite a bit of people from Singapore, quite a bit of people from Spain, Mexico, Canada, everywhere.
We won't consider Canada being too far.
Well, I mean,
north.
it's a different country. Australia.
I
have a guy who commented on my Facebook saying, "When are you guys touring in Australia?" So
hey, if somebody wants to book it,
I know I would.
We will be there in a heartbeat. We'll be hanging around Perth and riding koala bears.
But anyway, you have quite a bit of a message that you have been getting.
Yeah, probably one of the weirder messages I got, and I don't know if it's connected to the TV show or if it's just random spam or something, but it was actually to John Paul USA, our message board, which I claim message board, but that's not. It's a contact us board, I guess. But I got this like frantic message that some guy said, "Oh, thank you so much, John Paul USA. Like we're planning on next week at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. You're going to do the video Skype with us to teach us how to fix our flutes." Flutes. I don't know. I guess just a flute. So I don't know if it was the wrong and these guys were in Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay.
So they were in Zimbabwe, and apparently either if it was a scam, it's a really weird scam, but they were claiming someone had set up a schedule for us to show them through video how to do maintenance on their flutes.
That's a scam, I would say.
It's either a scam or they got confused with who they were sending the message to, because it was, who's going to make that up though? I don't know. It's weird. Okay.
So, I didn't understand. I thought it was more of the, like, can you fix my flute type
No,
thing.
I was supposed to show them how to do it.
Oh.
Like, because they can't send it to me.
Well, I don't know.
And I don't know what you would get out of that scam. Like, okay, if it was a scam, I show up on video chat and I don't know how to fix a flute.
Yeah. I
so
don't know.
what do they gain from that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I gain a podcast story, but I don't know what they gain. And then I got another one on John Paul USA.
Uh-huh.
And this one, I don't know, maybe the guy was Italian.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if your name is different when it's translated, like in Italy, as far as from the TV show.
Uh-huh.
But this guy said, please tell Eleonora Rita. Eleonora Rita. Please tell Eleonora Rita that she is beautiful and we are in love with her. I don't know who we are.
Oh, I mean, whoever we are, they thought that I am beautiful, so I guess I just take that part.
They did. But, so I'm assuming they're talking about Leona, so I told her that Eleonora Rita was beautiful. So we got that.
Yeah, Italian, I don't know what it is about. I get quite a bit of direct message from Italian guys.
Yeah, and I think, too, it's also a little bit of the food connection.
Ah, true.
Because they actually come to the food truck social media as well. So, Italians are into cooking and stuff like that. So Eleonora Rita is beautiful.
Yes.
We all think so.
Whoever that is, I'll just take it as that's me.
But that, and we got some other interesting comments. Actually, just recently got one from the guy who's a lot of the stuff that we purchase and talk about on the show is glassware.
Yes.
And Fire King and Anchor Hawking is kind of our area that we're interested in. And this one guy sent me a message, said he loved the show and had been watching it, he and his wife. And his wife was from Kobe, Japan originally. But his father, he retired back in the 80s or whatever, but his father was the former CEO of Anchor Hawking Glassware up in Ohio. So I was like, well, that's a cool... I told him I'd love to sit down with him sometime and just talk about what he...
Don't he have anything?
I'm not really
because
sure.
Because I know they made it, only for the company workers, a special edition thing. So and
It's possible.
Yes,
so maybe one day we can meet him. I'm sure he's got some interesting stories.
So now, I guess you're just kind of like becoming like a antique... expert or something?
I will say this. I've been getting a lot of, at least not a lot, but a few maybe every day of questions about items. It's almost like I'm Antiques Roadshow on PBS or something about items. But the funny thing is I've yet to receive a question about any item that I know about. Everybody's asking me about car stuff or whatever. And I just don't have that much knowledge, and I'm not one of those people just like, oh, yes, and just tell them a lie or something. I'm just like, hey, man, I have no idea about a 1980 Cadillac.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not. I did grow up on a car lot, but I've been out of that game for years. So, but it is interesting to talk to people, and everybody's so... shocked that I'll talk back to them. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe you responded, and that's the only response I get. Like, okay, well, I guess my conversation finished. But we've had fun meeting people online, talking to people all over the world, seeing what people like.
Yes, and we currently had a concert.
This past
in
weekend,
Bristol, Virginia, and we've been in, I guess, bluegrass world or industry or whatever you call.
Trying to be in the bluegrass world,
for a while, but and obviously, I mean, I am the only Japanese female who's in this world, in this country,
right?
So they all know me, who I am, but seems like they've been kind of a little nosy watching the show and watching what's going on with my food truck, and that's all they talked about. So I'm kind of glad a lot of bluegrass people watched it, especially we're going to be talking about the episode 4 out of this season 2, because we go down to pretty much the local bluegrass venue.
Worldwide, one of the top 3 or 4 bluegrass venues.
So, through this, if I can put this, bluegrass music out more, which, speaking of, everybody's wanting this habit.
We're thinking about recreating something like this.
Yes.
For sale, and hopefully at a bigger size. This is actually a child size hat.
Yes.
Here, let me see.
Oh.
For the people watching, if you're on video or if you're on
you can.
audio.
I mean, even on me, I have to put on this.
The last
hook. Almost the last hook.
Yeah, so it's a mesh trucker hat. It says bluegrass music, the greatest sound on earth.
Yes.
Maybe excluding banjo, most people would say. Like, that's the awfulest sound I've ever heard.
All right, so let's go into this behind the scene thing.
All right.
So like I said, this one is about episode 4, number 4 of season 2, that we go to the place called the Down Home.
The Down Home.
In Johnson City. We've performed there quite a bit, and it was even like your dream place, right?
Yeah. Here, if anybody's listening out there and you've got kids, or you're a kid yourself, or kid at heart, always set your expectations really low. So it's just the next town over from where I was from, and my only goal musically was to play at the Down Home. So I started playing when I was about 13, and by the time I was about 15, I got on the stage. So mission accomplished. Like everything else I've ever done is just icing on top of that. But I just wanted to play at the Down Home because that was the first place I saw a full bluegrass band. I got my mom and my great grandmother to take me. I wasn't even supposed to be in there because it's a bar.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, but like maybe I was 14 by then, 13 or 14. And they took me and saw a band called Traditional Grass. And that was the first bluegrass band I got to see live. At that point, I'd just been listening to CDs and stuff. So once I got to see them live, that kind of enhanced my ambitions and my goals to play music. So it was really cool to get to do a pick, the other kind of pick, at the Down Home location.
Yes.
Kind of full circle. And the start of we're actually cleaning up the food truck.
Yes.
Before we go there. So I forgot to mention this. If you haven't watched the show yet, you might not want to listen to these spoilers. But
I think everybody has watched it.
If you're watching this, you've probably watched the show. So.
Yes. But yes, so we were in a food truck pretty much cleaning up, and then everybody's like asking me, like, is that your food truck? And then I have to say, yes, it is my food truck. Yeah. So what you see on inside, like I'm putting the thing down or everything, that's, yes, our food truck. We'll be having 3 days
in March. Just check our schedule at johnpaulusa.com.
Yes. Speaking of food truck, we are getting really busy, so we'll have to figure things out. But anyway, so we rushed to the Down Home in this episode, and we came across with something that we both are always in love with,
looking for,
which is Pointer brand things. They do have the factory still in Bristol, Tennessee side, and we are pretty frequent customers.
We usually go over there. They have a factory store at the actual factory that you can go to there just off State Street in Bristol, Tennessee side. And they've got a killer, if you're ever in the area, they've got a killer back room that's got the wholesale items, maybe something that's got just a little bit of frayed thread or something like that, or also kind of demo models that they had tried to make samples for other companies, and they kind of have that available there, and stuff's at a really good price. So I highly recommend, if you're in the Appalachian Highlands region, check out LC King Manufacturing in Bristol.
Yes. So we were like even before this filming for Swap Shop or whatever, we are always hunting Pointer brand clothing. Either if it is a jacket, either if it's an overall, whatever it is. And we've been kind of, I guess we could be expert on this. But I mean, it's the blue jean stuff. I think we've mentioned a little bit on different episode, but in Japan, it can go like to the point that you can even buy a car.
Yeah, like especially old Levi's and iconic stuff like that. Wow.
So I am always looking into anything vintage blue jean stuff. But Pointer brand, I guess because the Pointer logo, it's so cute.
With the dog, the Pointer dog.
Yes. So a lot of Japanese people are collecting these Pointer items. So when we went there, I can't pronounce her name.
Andrina Belcher. Yeah.
Her signature costume, you would say?
Yeah.
Heine binder was there.
Right.
And that was the episode that you got to watch. And this actually what I'm having here, which I don't know if you can see it because I just realized I have a blue jean background. Yes. Can you see it? Yes, maybe. So this is a prototype of basically, I guess she created this.
Sorry, audio listeners. Let me try to describe this for them if they're looking. If you saw the episode, it's kind of like the honey binders, but it's standard denim.
Standard overall.
Overall denim.
And she I guess, ripped these holes and stringed with these cute little ribbons.
Yeah, the multicolored ribbons.
Yes. So it became skirt on the bottom.
She cut the legs out.
Yes. So, that's what she created for, I guess, her stage costume or so. So this is the, let me see if I can get this out.
Hold on, if you're listening, just listen.
Maybe not. Okay, I'll just do that.
Do that.
So this one is having this strap.
So kind of the open back.
Which is, I guess, late 80s to 90s.
Yeah. And I think this is one of the more, just in the Pointer brand overalls in general, this is one of the more, they're one of the few that do them like this. Not the high back.
Yeah.
But the low back straps that just basically, they button to where your belt buckle would be on your backside.
So this is her original Heine binder.
So that was basically the prototype that she used to take to the factory and to get the idea for the ones that are on the show. I think there were two versions. The standard denim, blue denim,
and then the stripe,
and then the stripe, hickory stripe.
Yes. So that's what I got to be able to. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna sell this, but I might be able to wear for one of my show or so. But so we got to find those things, and then we have to collect one thing though. She is not on the show. It was said somewhere else.
Oh well, yeah, she's originally from Pike County, Kentucky.
Yes.
And then I think her story went along is after she was a kid, her family moved to Chicago. And I guess that's where she got into a lot of acting. Then she came back to Appalachia.
That's right.
So originally from Pike County, Kentucky.
Yes.
And then I guess by way of Chicago and then back to Appalachia. But wonderful storyteller, singer. I got to see her perform a couple of times. She was at some festivals or events that I was at. So great storyteller, actor, great stage presence. She was a great lady.
So we got to find these things, and then pretty much that was it on the show that was showing that we bought.
Yeah, it did show. You may have caught on a couple of scenes Leona's wearing a different hat.
So not this one.
Not the bluegrass hat. But we also did pick up. This was one of her pieces as well.
Yes, I wore this just for a minute.
But it's killer. I would wear it all the time if they ever made one big enough to fit me. But it's called a campaign hat, and this one actually here is Boy Scouts. It's also kind of like the Marine Sergeant Carter style hat, but it's that same shape. But this one here, does it actually have Boy Scouts on the box or Girl Scouts or something?
Let me see.
That tape on the side. Yeah, it's got Boy Scouts of America tape tape on it. So it's actually still got Andrina's name on it and phone number. But and it has this cool little like old, I guess, catalog with it talking about Girl Scouts. And the catalog piece I guess comes from the 1961. So it's got this, and some people's written some additional information in it. But kind of the history of the Girl Scouts. So it's just kind of another interesting piece that came along with it.
Yes. And I guess I'm keeping this.
Yeah, you probably better. It looks like it's never been worn hardly either.
No, it is not.
It's basically 1961 new.
Yes. It's in a really good shape, though.
It really is. No, I mean, the leather and everything. You can tell even just from the leather on the inside of the hat band.
And then there's no bug.
No, yeah.
Eaten.
A lot of the old felt material, like old Stetson hats and stuff, have little tiny bug, I don't know if moths or whatever, sometimes eat holes in it. But this one's fresh.
Yes, it's very nice.
I mean, the leather is perfect.
Yeah.
It makes you realize just how really great stuff from back then was made.
Oh, yes.
And if you keep it in decent storage conditions, it'll last forever.
Yes. So, that's pretty much it from this episode that we have hunted.
Yeah. I guess the only other thing we did, but I do remember you got there was some extra straps for the pointer.
That's right, the honey binders stuff, and then we bought a bunch of down home T-shirts.
Yeah, down home T-shirts and stuff like that. And also too, the down home. If you're coming through the Appalachian Highlands or you live within driving distance. Go to downhome.com.
Yes, I think I just saw their social media post. They were having quite a bit of a concert now.
Yeah.
So
if you want to catch a concert, it's a great eclectic resting room. They call it an eclectic listening room. And it basically holds about 120 people, I think, is their max.
I believe so.
And, it's got tables. They've got snacks, kind of bar snacks and drinks and stuff like that. And it is really intimate because anywhere you're at, it's not that it's a small space.
Yes.
So if you've got an artist that you love that's coming there, go check them out there because it's like you're sitting in a living room watching them play. So Down Home's one of the most iconic places for kind of bluegrass, acoustic, singer-songwriter, Townes Van Zandt, people like that. And a lot of people have played there over the years, so very historical place. So check out downhome.com and see if there's a concert coming up that you might want to attend.
Oh, maybe we can go back there to perform. We haven't performed there for a while, so I don't even remember the last time. So hopefully Ed would book us since we negotiated the situation.
We may have negotiated so badly he won't never let us play there again.
We shall see. But we will be doing another behind the scene from the other episode sometime soon also. But we started putting out our vintage item that we collected from this Swap Shop TV show. I think Swap Shop collection or something on the site.
Yeah, we've kind of got two categories. It's the vintage collection just in general, old stuff, and then a subcategory of...
Yes, and then if you purchase something that we have bought on the show, we will write up the information about
what it came from.
Yes.
And we'll sign it or whatever. That way you can hang that up next to it and show it to your friends. Like, look, this is from that TV show. And then your friends will be like, they could have just lied about that.
Yes.
And then you're like, no, they don't lie. and I literally do have, because I have some of the same stuff that we bought, but I've been really good at keeping everything separated. So I know this one is from the TV show.
So we've been kind of uploading those things on my website, which is
fiddlingleona.com, FIDDLINGLEONA.
And also, it will be on not this episode, but the next episode. You will be seeing our favorite antique store, which is Duck Crossing Antique Shopping Mall. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know the official
name part.
If you type in Duck Crossing Antiques anywhere in the world, this is the one that's going to pop up.
Yes. But they are actually having our merchandise in store. So if you're planning to come to this East Tennessee area for spring
or driving through, if you're driving around on interstate, if you're going north to south on Interstate 81, which a lot of people travel on from New England down to the south, it's just maybe 15-20 minutes out of your way to come to Elizabethton. Got a great historical covered bridge, got the Riverside Tap House, Southern Restaurant, Jay's Corner, Jiggy Ray's Pizza, Big Dan's Barbecue. Everybody's going to get mad if I don't say them all. But
I know, that's hard.
There's a lot of, and there's 3 or 4 antique stores.
Yes.
Little restaurants, tap house. Like I say, charming town. It's basically kind of like a 1950s.
Yes. I like that, how the layout of the downtown is. So it's very easy to walk around. So it's not just that crossing. There's a few little more antique stores in downtown also. So you might be able to find something that, like what we found in the episode also.
And downtown, it's flat, it's covered, it's got lighting, and it's only 3 blocks.
Yes.
So you can walk around everywhere in 15 minutes if you run quickly.
Yes. So, like I said, our merchandise is available at that Crossing Antique Mall and also available at my website. You'll be able to purchase either merchandise or vintage stuff. That I am kind of letting go now.
Yeah, I mean, we've just got so much and we're not able to travel right now still, so.
Yes, and then, like I said, some people has already discovered that and started ordering quite a bit of glassware already sold. So
check it out. And also, too, if I know anything about, to make, part of antiques, I think, is the story. So if I know anything about the item, I always include that into the description. Like this was given by McDonald's during the 70s as a promotional item. Or this was given if you bought $10 worth of gas at an Esso gas station, or 10 gallons, I'm sorry. If you bought 10 gallons worth of gas, you got this free coffee mug. So I always try to incorporate a little bit of that, and sometimes too where it came from. If it came from a cool situation, I'll just mention that, because that's part of the cost of antiques is not just the actual item. A little bit of it's the story that goes along with it.
Yes.
And so if you're like me and like to tell stories, then a good piece of antique can take you a long way.
And let me know if you have any kids size Pointer brand, either overall or jacket. I might be very interested in that. So if you do have a kids size Pointer brand stuff, let us know. You can send the email.
TheJPPod, THEJPPOD @gmail.com. TheJPPod @gmail.com.
All right.
Is that pretty much about it for now?
I think so. I think we covered everything.
Also, too, just one quick thing. Let's also mention this at the end. We got us a agent for special appearances, Comic-Cons, fan expos, that kind of thing. So if you're interested in booking us anywhere in the world, contact Debut Entertainment LLC. That's Debut Entertainment LLC. They're on Facebook and Instagram and all that. So Debut Entertainment, or you can find the contact information in our contact information from our website.
Yes.
We've got that. So we got a TV agent. We've got the special event agent, and we are on the lookout for a music agent.
Exactly.
So if you are one, or if you know somebody that does that, and they want to join in with us to try to make a little bit of extra cash, so we can pay our electric bills instead. That's what I feel so bad. It's like we're always begging for something, but like we're such meek people anyway. It's like we're just trying to pay the electric bill.
Yes, but our electric bill is not that bad anyway. But yes,
but still higher than normal. So anyway, just if you know anyone that may be interested, tell them to get in contact with us. We're trying to, once we do that, TV, special events, music, then we'll have the whole three categories taken care of. Yep. So like I say, Debut Entertainment, JohnPaulUSA.com, FiddlinLeona.com. Both will get you to the stores. If you're in East Tennessee, stop by and check out our display, some of our products there at the register at Duck Crossing Antiques in downtown Elizabethton. And I guess we hope to see you soon. You got anything else?
I think it covered everything.
All right, that's it. Well, I'm JP.
I'm Fiddlin' Leona.
Have a good morning, a good day, or a good night, wherever and whenever you might be. Take care.